3, 2, 1!
Well, hello folks, you beautiful people out there on YouTube. Hope you're having a wonderful day or evening, wherever you are in the world. Very much welcome to Åkessons Orchids. This Dendrobium Phalaenopsis Blue Happiness is starting to fade a couple of blooms now. It's been out for a miraculously long period of time. More than 3 months. That's a miracle. So if you're still hesitating on buying this orchid, stop. It's an incredible orchid. Yeah? Very rewarding. Such as this one. Rose Dawn Hybrid. Adorable scent. Cymbidium Ice Cascade. First spike, second spike, and yet another one trying to open. Yeah, good things happening here. And good things happening down there in this little bag. It's a mini orchid haul from yesterday. Yeah. So yesterday I attended to the Orchid Society monthly meeting. We usually have a little lottery. Yes. So I won a couple of plants and also bought a couple of plants. So they're in this bag. So if you wonder where the little annoying noise, roaring sound comes from, it's from the oxidant residue. Yeah, a little stone there. This is my rescue, not orchid. This is my rescue discus fish. The one I got from Germany at the beginning of October last year. Got 12 discus fish. Whereof about 4 died out of, no, not 4, 5 died out of cross-contamination. This one, it seems like I managed to save this one. He was huffing and puffing for 2 months' time. Not even once he tried to go after the food. So, but now he's eating with good appetite. So I've been treating him with medication, specially designed for gill flukes and bacterial infections and intestinal parasites. And it worked. I think I only saved about 2 very, very ill discus fish in my whole career. I've been keeping discus fish since 2016, so I'm not a rookie, but still they're quite difficult. If you're lucky, you're lucky. But now I'm trying to acclimatize him by water changes. Yeah? A couple of times a week, using the water, which is inside there, where his companions, soon to be new oldies, companions are. As the gill flukes lingers on for a very long period of time, so I had to treat even that aquarium, as well as this one, of course, with gill flukes medication. So, it looks quite alert, searching for food. I'm quite happy. So, you'll have to make do with the noise. Otherwise, there's a good chance that I will forget to switch it on again. Or that poor guy will suffocate. That would be a very, very sad ending. Unnecessary ending to this story, this love story. Yes? So, without further ado, I think I'm gonna grab one and let you guys look at it. Here it is. It's a division. You can see Probably. What's this? Something in bloom. What? Is it a... 2 divisions? But, well, now I have 2 of them. I can pop this one up separately. It's got 1 decent root. So this is another division. Huh? And this one is a better plant. I mean, with a little cakey. So I can cut this one off and put it together with the other one, of course. Overblown spike. Looks like these roots, yeah, they're not soggy or particularly soft. They're alive, I suppose. They haven't been in a pot. That's what concerns me. This is where the cutting is, where we cut off this new growth, I assume, from a larger plant. So here we have a couple of more buds. And this kind of very long, 30-40 centimeter long spike coming out there directly from the top. It's a species. Barkeria bartoniana. Here you can see a couple of pictures of my old Barkeria. Kathy. Is no longer with us. And ever since, I haven't been so very keen on getting another one. Yeah. As this one is a quite difficult one to grow. Yeah. The other one is dead. Yeah. So I didn't really know how to treat it correctly. It ended up me trying to mount it, but it was a bit too late. Didn't have many viable roots left at a time. Since a couple of roots were trapped underneath the bottom of the net pot, there happened to be some water accumulating. So there was a little pool of water down there without me knowing it. And the roots down there that went through the pot died. And yeah, so did the rest of the roots. So this one does best mounted, yeah, to put a long story short. So it's going on a mount. And as she's a very thin-leafed orchid, deciduous one as well. I should keep her quite intermediate, medium light, with a humidity level on about 70 to 80%, so she needs to be in there. Yay, that crowded mess. That's what's going to happen. I hope this one's flowers are just as nice as the Kathy's. Look like. I never got to see them, but anyways, the flowers are said to be quite long-lasting, and it's from Mexico and Central America, growing in seasonally dry forests on low elevations, yeah. So, small to medium size, but I wouldn't say that this is, yeah, it's quite small. Small to, yeah, the plant itself is small to medium size, but the spike makes it quite huge. Yeah, you can stand and tolerate the range of warm to cool temperatures. Very, very slender canes with loads of sheath clinging on to it very, very firmly and tight. Drops its leaves in winter. So, well, we'll see. It's not an easy orchid to grow, yeah. So, let's see if I manage. Huh? Still got this little piece and a little cakey as well. Let's see how they're doing. So, I guess you do not need to see me mount it. I'm not going to use any type of moss or stuff. It will only kill off the roots, so it will be tied on directly to perhaps a clay mount or a regular cork slab. I'm not sure yet. We shall see. Da 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 da. Oh, oh. This Let's get that bag out of the way. Yeah, this beautiful bulbo, scentless. Ah, great! I won. It was for free. I did win 4 times. Bulbophyllum longissimum. It's a species. As I sold my Elizabeth Ann Buckleberry, which carried better flowers, yeah. More pale. No, not pale. These are a little bit orange-ish, beige, I'd say. Or very, very pale pink. I'm not sure how to describe the color, but quite long petal, but not so much. As the name predicts, longissimum refers to its very, very long petals. So I bet on its next blooming, there might be better blooms with longer petals. Sitting in some kind of bark and growth stone mixture. A nice plant, really. Well, it's been cut there. Not sure why, but blackening leaf tips are quite commonly occurring amongst the bulbo genus. So, well, yeah. But it's a lovely one. And I did sell, as I said, my Elizabeth Ann Buckleberry, Serpetalum, she's called. And guess what? She's got the Rothschildianum and the Longissimum, this one, as parents. And I do happen to have the beautiful Rothschildianum parent in my collection. And it did bloom for me. And I'm going to give you a little short video on its blooms. You're going to love the Rothschildianum. The old guy Rothschild knew his stuff. So here it goes. So, that was one of the Elizabeth Ann Buckleberry's parents. So, and this is the other one. Why I'm mentioning her is that she's so very popular, and a lot of people have her in their collections. But I decided to get rid of her, as she didn't bloom for me for a couple of years now, and she grew very, very white. So I figured, why not give her to somebody else? What about the bulbo longissimum? It's a medium to small sized species. The longissimum means long petaled bulbo. And it can reach, its petals can actually reach the size, the length of 30 centimeters. So, this one has got a long way still. Native to Thailand, Borneo, Malaysia. Tropical forests. Can create 5 to 10 blooms per spike. Intermediate to warm conditions. Medium bright light. So yeah, that's just about how I keep all my bulbos. I think they like it, the way I keep them. I'll be beep if I didn't get one. Finally, Phalaenopsis bellina. Standard form, I believe. I assume. I bought this one, €14. But I think she'll have good roots and a decent length to the stem. She had a couple of others to choose from, but the leaves were lying down there flat. I just thought she looked much healthier than the other ones available. So, just got 1 year perhaps to flowering size, but she's decent. And bellina, yeah, that means beautiful. The beautiful fowl. 2-inch flowers, small size species. Well, I don't think she's a small size one. I mean, this one is, but not when she's matured. She's quite a medium size, I believe, with quite rounded and broad leaves, light green leaves, yeah? Very sloping, and pendant flower spikes, very short stemmed flower spikes, yes, very short flower regimes. Blooms in summer to fall. Comes from Borneo, yeah? Quite shady position. The inflorescence on older plants can rebloom year after year. So do not cut the spike. Not as long as it's still green. Do not cut it. You can start creating buds again, so don't make that mistake. Yeah. Alright, so now I have a bellina, finally, back in my collection. That's great. So, I do have a similar one that I'm just about to show you guys in my cabinet. Jeez, let's just try to open it. Let's see. Put her under a little bit more light, brighter light. It's the Aerangis Mr. Sidii from Carling. Last spring, almost 1 year ago, I got her in spike. You can see the 2 spikes. She's still alive. You know why? First of all, I didn't get her off of a mount. Second of all, I decreased the amount of humidity in this cabinet, remove the water to the bottom, and lessen the rate of how many times the fogger is going to be switched on daily. But it needs to dry up in between. It cannot stay soggy, constantly soggy. It will cause rotting to these poor things. And this one hasn't gotten any scale as my old one did. The Kirky and stuff. That's what took that plant thoroughly. So this time I was able to spray it with some good pesticide for preventative causes. And it worked. So now all we can do is wait for something new to appear. So, still alive. Looking great. That's why I decided to get myself another one. Another Aerangis. I'm going to show you guys that Aerangis Mr. Sidii in full bloom. Here comes a short video. The Mr. Sidii Aerangis. Yeah, an African species. Malawi, South Africa, Mozambique, and so on. It can bloom several times a year, I've heard, just like many other African species. It's got a spur, pinkish spur, nocturnal scented, which means that it's only scented during nighttime, evening time. Quite strongly scented. Grows well mounted, with quite high humidity, loads of water, and fertilizer during summer period and growing season. A little bit less water in the winter period when it naturally drops in temperature. And along with dropping temperatures, we will need to water and feed less. So now we understand why I like Aerangis orchid flowers. Look. This one I got yesterday. It's in spike. It's funny, 2 spikes on this one as well. Aerangis citrata. A big mount. A little net holding it in places. Yes. And Tillandsia usnuides on top to keep the moisture a little bit better around it. So it takes a very long time for this type of orchids buds to develop. From simply bare spikes to buds to be opened. But it can produce more than 20 blooms on each spike, this species. So this one only carries 7 flowers on each spike, so it's got a long way to go still as well. And yeah, she treated just like a Phalaenopsis orchid. As it approaches dryness, you can water it again. It's a Madagascar species. You should water it evenly all year round, no dry period or such. You can keep it hot, in various conditions, hot to cool. It may even be potted up into a basket or a pot. Doesn't need to be mounted. It can easily bloom for you twice a year, I've heard. So, its leaves can grow up to about 3 inches. So I guess this is the maximum size of the leaves. And this particular one, I'm not sure if it involves all of the species, Aerangis species, but they can easily develop side growth, so they are able to be divided later on when big enough. Fragrant, long-lasting flowers. So these flowers will turn white, not yellow, as they seem like right now. That's not the color. And if I do want to learn a little bit more about the Aerangis genus, I did win a book. A culture manual for Angraecoid orchid growers. So, old stuff. But, well, interesting. Still. So, Aerangis. So, there's a lot of beautiful, beautiful species, African species. Yeah, it's a nice book. I also did win this book. The Scientific Journal of the American Orchid Society. Oh yeah. Science. Orchid science. For those who will. But it's nice. It's very good to have a book like this in a collection, I think. Yeah. And this one, greenhouses and garden rooms. Also lovely. How to build a greenhouse. Old school. The book from 92, I believe. But still. And I did buy this yellow nondescript book. To me, it seemed, I don't know. Look. David Sander. It's funny. It's a rarity. Well worth having. Good reading. If you want to know the history. As to say, if you do not know the history, you don't know much. From history, you know the future. So, nice book. This yellow nondescript book turned out to be a really, really nice one. And last but not least, this fancy little wooden basket. A guy, a member of the Orchid Association, likes to indulge in such matters as making wooden baskets. Yeah, I wouldn't have the patience to create items like this, but good thing somebody else do. Yeah, so I had the opportunity to buy it. Look. I like that the hook is there, back to the backside. So I can hang it on to the grid quite easily. I think I already have one that he made. Yeah, that one in there, behind the quite dirty glass. See? So, this one is intended for this cabinet, to hold a couple of orchids, maybe in the future. Yes? I thought I'd grab the opportunity. Anyways, with that said, hope you like this little bit different video. And yeah, if you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more. And we should talk soon, guys. Bye-bye. Take care.